AI, friend or foe, welcome to our channel. Today we are diving into a topic that's both fascinating and frankly a little terrifying: artificial intelligence. Now you might be thinking, AI? Isn't that just robots taking our jobs and eventually turning on us like they always do in the movies? And to that I say, well, you're not entirely wrong, but also it's a lot more complicated than that. Look, AI has the potential to revolutionize our world in incredible ways, from curing diseases to tackling climate change. But, and this is a big but, there's a darker side to this technology that we can't afford to ignore. We're talking about the potential dangers of AI, not just for us humans, but for all creatures, great and small. So buckle up, because we're about to go on a wild ride through the potential pitfalls of AI, from the loss of jobs and the erosion of privacy to the very real threat it poses to animals and the environment. Let's get started. Let's be honest, nobody likes their job that much. But here's the thing, most of us kind of need them. And AI, in all its automated glory, is coming for a whole bunch of industries. We're talking manufacturing, transportation, even those cushy office jobs. Imagine being replaced by an algorithm that never takes a sick day, never asks for a raise, and never ever sleeps. Terrifyingly efficient, sure, but also, where does that leave us humans? The potential for mass unemployment is a very real concern. And it's not just about losing a paycheck. It's about economic inequality skyrocketing, social unrest bubbling over, and frankly, a whole lot of people with a lot of time on their hands and a bone to pick with the robots who stole their jobs. Remember privacy, that quaint notion that what you do in the supposed comfort of your own home is your business? Well, AI is here to throw that out the window. We're talking facial recognition software tracking your every move and surveillance systems so sophisticated they make Orwell's 1984 look like a children's book. And here's the kicker, it's not just governments watching anymore. Private companies are getting in on the act, collecting your data, analyzing your habits, and basically building a digital profile of you that's more detailed than you'd ever want to admit. So much for freedom, eh? We like to think of AI as this perfectly objective, unbiased force, right? But here's the problem. AI is built by humans, and humans, as we all know, are deeply flawed creatures. We're talking about algorithms being trained on biased data, perpetuating existing inequalities in areas like hiring, lending, and even law enforcement. Imagine being denied a loan, not because of your credit score, but because of your zip code or the color of your skin. Or worse, imagine being flagged as a potential criminal by an algorithm that's seen one too many episodes of Law and Order and thinks all brown people look suspicious. That's not just unfair, it's downright dangerous. Chapter 4: Deep Fakes and Fake News. The AI propaganda machine. Remember when you could believe what you saw and heard? Those were simpler times. Now, with the magic of AI, we've got deepfakes so convincing they'd make even your own mother question reality. We're talking about videos of politicians saying things they never said, celebrities endorsing products they've never heard of, and frankly, a level of misinformation that's enough to make your head spin. The problem is, in the age of social media, these deepfakes spread like wildfire. Before you know it, everyone's sharing the same fake news story, public opinion is being manipulated, and we're all left wondering what's real and what's just a figment of some AI's imagination. Chapter 5: autonomous weapons, when robots decide who lives and dies. This is where things get truly dystopian. We're talking about AI being used to develop autonomous weapon systems, essentially killer robots that can make life and death decisions without any human intervention. Now, I'm no pacifist, but the idea of machines deciding who lives and who dies without any moral compass, without any empathy, that's not just unsettling, it's downright terrifying. And it's not just the ethical implications we need to worry about. What happens when these weapons fall into the wrong hands? What happens when there's a glitch in the system, a malfunction, or worse, a hack? We're talking about a potential AI arms race that could have catastrophic consequences for humanity. Chapter 6: Habitat Destruction, AI's bulldozer effect on nature. Now you might be thinking, okay, so AI is coming for our jobs, our privacy, and maybe even our lives. But what about the animals? What's AI got to do with them? Well, my friend, a lot more than you might think. See, AI is increasingly being used in industries like agriculture and urban planning, often with the goal of maximizing efficiency and, you guessed it, profits. But this relentless pursuit of optimization can come at a steep cost to the natural world. We're talking about large-scale industrial projects driven by AI algorithms that bulldoze their way through forests, disrupt ecosystems, and leave a trail of habitat destruction in their wake. Remember those poachers you see in documentaries, the ones with the evil laughs and the complete disregard for animal life? Well, they've got a new weapon in their arsenal: AI. That's right, even criminals are getting in on the tech game. We're talking about drones equipped with facial recognition software that can scan vast areas of land, identifying and tracking endangered animals with terrifying accuracy. This technology, which could be used for conservation efforts, is being hijacked by poachers to hunt down rhinos for their horns, elephants for their tusks, and any other creature whose body parts can be sold on the black market. Here's a harsh truth: the way we treat animals is often at odds with our supposed love for them. And AI, in its quest for efficiency and profit maximization, has the potential to exacerbate this problem. We are talking about factory farms where AI is used to monitor and control every aspect of an animal's life, often in cramped and cruel conditions. And then there's the issue of animal testing. AI is being used to develop new drugs and treatments, but often at the expense of countless animals subjected to painful and often unnecessary experiments. It's a moral dilemma with no easy answers, but one that we can't afford to ignore. Here's the thing about ecosystems: they are complex, interconnected webs of life, and messing with one part of the system can have unintended consequences for the whole. And AI, for all its analytical prowess, often struggles to grasp the nuances of the natural world. We're talking about automated environmental management systems that make decisions based on data, but without a true understanding of the delicate balance of nature. This can lead to solutions that seem optimal on paper, but in reality, disrupt ecosystems, harm biodiversity, and ultimately do more harm than good. So there you have it, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of AI. It's a powerful tool, no doubt, but like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. The future of AI, and indeed the future of our planet, depends on the choices we make today. We need to be aware of the risks. We need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications, And most importantly, we need to make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content on important issues. See you next time.